Students, this is seventh lecture of electric field and charges. So in this lecture we are going to cover first intensity of electric field due to electric dipole, and next couple on an electric dipole in a uniform electric field. So first, intensity of electric field due to electric dipole. As we know, the electric field produced by an electric dipole is called dipole field. So here it should be noted that the net charge of an electric dipole is zero, but the intensity of electric field due to dipole may not be zero. It is because that there is some distance between charges minus q and plus q. The distance is, generally we are taking 2L. So when the electric field due to these charges at different points are added, and they cannot cancel out each other. So intensity of electric field at a point due to a dipole can be determined in two conditions. First is axial position, second one is coaxial position. Now see the first topic, electric field intensity at a point taken on the axial line. So first let us understand what is axial position, or we can say end-on position. So the line passing through two charges of an electric dipole is called axial line. If a point at which the intensity of electric field is to be determined is taken on the axial line, then this position is called axial position or end-on position. Now, as you can see the diagram, in this diagram, the distance between charges is 2a. So sometimes we are taking 2L, and instead of 2L we can take 2a also. Then so we have to find out the intensity of electric field in the axial line at point P. So this point P is at small r distance from the center of the dipole, O. Now write down the consideration. So the consideration is, let AB be an electric dipole consisting of charges plus q and minus q. These charges are separated at a distance of 2a. Now the medium of dielectric constant is K. A point P is taken on the axial line at a distance r apart from the center of the dipole, at which the intensity of electric field is to be considered or to be find out. Now the intensity of electric field at point P due to plus q charge of the dipole. So for the plus q charge, a formula will be 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q by r minus a whole square, and this p cup. It will show the direction of electric field intensity for plus q charge, and for the minus q charge there will be minus q 4 pi epsilon naught r plus a whole square p cap. Now the total electric field intensity at point P. So we have to add E equal to E for plus q or E for minus q. So after putting the value, we can see we can take the common q by 4 pi epsilon naught. After solving this, we'll get 4r by r square minus a square whole square. If we consider here, if the distance r is very much greater as compared to the half of the distance of dipole, so in that case we can neglect a square from the denominator. So by neglecting a square from the denominator, this r square will be r power 4. So this r power 4 will cancel out from this numerator r. So we'll get E equal to 4qa 4 pi epsilon naught r cube. So we can write this 4qa as like a q into 2a. So that q into 2a is electric dipole moment. So you have to put the value of electric dipole moment P, it is E equal to 2p by 4 pi epsilon naught r cube. So if we take the medium of this system other than air or vacuum. So in that case we have to take constant 4 pi epsilon naught k, that k will be the dielectric constant of that medium. This is the first topic. Now see coaxial position or equatorial position. So in coaxial position we have to take the observation point perpendicular to the center of dipole. So in coaxial position again we have to consider uh, electric dipole AB consisting minus q plus q charges separated by a distance of 2a. We have to find the electric field intensity at point P, which is small r distance from center O, and that observation point is perpendicular on the dipole. So if we see, when we put the test charge at point P, so we can see this minus q will be repel this test charge, as we generally considering the test charge is always positive, and for this plus q there will be repulsion force. So if we take this angle is theta, so by geometry we will get this angle also theta. So by resolving this E1 will get in the x-axis or this x-axis line will get E1 cos theta and E2 cos theta. As you can see, both are in the same direction. So for the resultant electric field intensity we have to add E1 cos theta and E2 cos theta. So as you can see in the left hand side of the diagram, here in this diagram it is shown that how the quantity will resolve. So electric field at point P due to charges plus q. For plus q we need to find out the distance PA or PB. So for finding the distance PA and PB we have to take the right angle triangle AOP. So in this right angle triangle the perpendicular distance and the base we know. So by the Pythagoras theorem we can find out this hypotenuse, that is under root r square plus a square. So electric field at point P due to charges plus q will get this formula. This square and root cancel out. In the same way we have to find E2. So after resolving it we get this two quantity. So instead of E1 and EA and EB we can write E1 and E2. So E1 cos theta and E2 cos theta we have to add. As we can see magnitude wise both the quantity are same, so we can add it. We'll get 2 E1 cos theta. So after putting the value this result we'll get. So a square plus r square power 1 by 2 and a square plus r square power 1. So this will be combining 3 by 2, and in the numerator q into 2a is there. So instead of q into 2a we can write p, that is dipole moment. So again if we consider r is very much greater as compared to half of the distance of dipole, so we can neglect this a. So after neglecting it, this r square into 3 by 2, this 2 and 2 cancel, will get r cube. So this is the final result, E equal to kp by r cube. Here the k is constant of this medium. So instead of k we can write 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught k. So this is the Newton per coulomb, E equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught k p by r cube Newton per coulomb is the final result for coaxial position. Now see the next topic, that is torque on an electric dipole in a uniform electric field. If we place the dipole in a uniform electric field, as you can see by making an angle theta with the direction of electric field, so it will experiences two force equal in magnitude but opposite in direction. This minus q will be in this direction and plus q in this direction. So due to this equal in magnitude and opposite in direction forces, it will try to rotate